T to the V to the L to the I to the N to the E, TVLine.
Welcome back to another edition of Reality Check, your weekly deep dive into all things American Idol and The Voice. I'm Michael Slezak from TVLine.com. I am here with American Idol Season 6 standout Melinda Doolittle in the house.
Team Savion.
Where does depression hurt? American Idol, Boys Night, top 8 results. Do we want to keep it really, really, really real like Randy Jackson would have wanted us to? There were too many black guys with exceptional talent this season.
I don't want to come across like I just like all the black people, because that's not true.
It's not, I know. There were more talented black men in the season 14 semifinals than there probably were in the last 3 seasons of Idol combined.
That's all I'm saying. They put them all in one season. And I don't know how to feel about that, because I definitely think that Savion should be there over a few others.
I'm feeling some type of way.
Daniel Seavey. Let's go, Daniel.
I want to say to America, it's okay to vote for black people. It's okay to vote for 4 of them if you'd like to. I'm not trying to make this a race issue. I'm just saying,
right.
If for some reason you feel bad because you're just voting for black people, it's okay.
Mark Andrew.
You don't have to spread the wealth.
That's all I'm saying.
This is not socialism. This is American Idol.
Adam. Bring it on, Adam.
Shall we talk about what's good?
Like Rayvon?
Is he your number one out of the guys this week? Would you rank him at the top of the boys?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm not sunshine on a cloudy day.
The buttery tone of his voice, the absolute perfection of his pitch, that high run that he did at the end. And I hear the judges. I hear what they're saying.
You see so much nice and sweet.
Yeah.
I want to see the other side too. But this wasn't that.
He does do the smiley songs quite a bit.
Permission to say something controversial.
Okay.
I think My Girl is a super boring song. When he got to the high run, I woke up. I woke up like this. Like, ladies, tell him. I feel like there's an inner sexy guy. He has that within him, and he needs to unleash that a little bit, because it's all a little bit safe.
His tone is already in itself extremely sexy. So he could give us more of that.
What does Timbaland say on Justin Timberlake's song? Get your sexy on.
Yeah, show us what you're twerking with.
Let me talk about my favorite for the week. Speaking of sexy, Quentin.
Everyone's feeling pretty. It's hotter than July.
He's number 3 for me. He is. 3, 4. I kind of tie him with Grandpa. I feel like Rayvon has the better voice, and I feel like Kazim has the better entertainment. He does have a nice voice, and he is entertaining. He just falls short of it just a bit for me, and his pitch does suffer occasionally.
I feel like it's a very close race.
It is.
With those 4 guys, because we also have to throw Nick into the mix. I don't think this was his week. I'm not sure Motown is his genre. I wish he had just stuck with the guitar beginning to end, because I thought the first half, was pretty sublime.
Ooh, baby, here I am, sign delivered, adios.
And then the band kicked in, and I was like, I'm not feeling this exactly as much, but the vocal was spot on.
Now we're back, I'm not ashamed to cry, say, ooh, baby.
Those are the 4 men who must be in the top 12. They must.
I need to throw Clark in there, though. I feel like we should not leave him out. If he can get out of his head and stop thinking so hard, I feel like he could actually surpass quite a few of them.
I'm not sure he completely sold me during his top 8 guys night performance, but he was clearly 5th best.
Look a little bit closer, it's easy to trace the tracks of my teeth.
If those 5 guys all advance, and then we've only got one sort of hinky dude. If we have 5 really great guys and 3 really great girls in the top 12, like 8 legitimate chances to win in the top 12.
Yeah.
When was the last time you said that?
Never.
Maybe season 5.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Season 5, we had at least 8 people with a chance to win. And possibly, sort of, season 7. Brooke, Carly, Michael Johns, David Cook, David Archuleta, Jason Castro.
Yeah. Okay. Season 7.
It's been a long time coming.
Huh. You kind of skipped my season, but it's okay. I won't take it personally.
There were 4 people in your season with a chance to win. Let's move on to the ladies.
My top 3 were Serena, Joy, and Crowe.
Yes.
From the dress to the guitar to the restraint that she showed. I mean, just the way she would pop up to those airy high notes.
You really gotta hold on.
It's like she had the entire team of Budweiser Clydesdales, but they were all doing dressage, like.
All I want you to do is just hold me, hold me.
And then she gets some of the toughest criticism of the entire top 16. So there you go.
The whole thing was consistently flat. And for you, as for some other people, it's purely discipline.
I am like the pitch police. And I heard like maybe 2 little parts where I might have raised my eyebrows just a tad bit, but it was not consistent. And somebody tweeted me today and said, I think she may have been tuning with the guitar. And it made me think that's an amazing point, because maybe she was tuning her vocal with the guitar and Harry Connick Jr., who is Mr. Perfect Pitch, was like, okay, that wasn't square in the middle of the note A. But if the guitar wasn't square in the middle, then she couldn't be either.
Just focus and you'll sing in tune, because you can hear.
I love that they are criticizing her, because that means that they think she could actually do something with it. But I do not agree with consistent flatness.
Intonation. That's my Harry Connick Jr. impression.
Intonation, pitch, singing in tune.
This is a show, hello Pia Toscano, that will just take a woman that is performing at a level higher than many of the men on the show and just be like, meh, 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 meh. And then America's like, well, maybe something's wrong with her. And then they get off her train. And then we end up with Daniel Seavey and Adam and Mark finishing in front of her. That's my fear. Let's have a conversation with Daniel.
For me, all you need is just to keep doing this.
Not just be like, great job, you're gonna be one of the favorites this season.
I think, you're gonna be a favorite around here.
Thank you. Based on what? Sorry, now I'm heated.
Listen, I don't know how to say this without sounding mean, but what is Daniel going to do? What's he going to do? If you tell Daniel your pitch is off, he can't fix it. Like, you're kind of wasting your breath on that. You go to the person that can actually use the critique and do something with it.
I hear what you are saying, and it raises a gigantic philosophical question.
Okay.
You're supposed to say, like, what is the question?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Please.
What is the question?
I will not put words in Melinda Doolittle's mouth.
That's a
The
lie.
question is this. Are the critiques for the contestants, many of whom admit they can't even hear anything the judges are saying to them, or they've blanked out or shut down? If you're Maddie Walker, you're just like, Jesus Christ, I made it through. What's going on? Where am I? Or Joey Cook, who's like,
What? Right?
To me, the judges' critiques are number 1, to influence the home audience and tip them off to who should you be voting for. Yes, it's great if you can influence the contestants as well. Hopefully they go home and watch their performances on DVR and listen to themselves. Sometimes I think they don't go home and listen to themselves, but they should go home and... Did you go home and listen to yourself?
Are you kidding? No, not at all. I still haven't watched my season of Idol. No, listen, what I would do is take the critique and try to apply it to the next week. But if I went back and listened to myself, because I'm a perfectionist, I would have dug a hole deep into the ground and never come out.
The viewers at home hear those critiques much louder than the contestants do. And if we are already this early in the competition, when there are still 16 people left, if we're gonna nitpick Serena Joi-Crowe
I know.
and Nick to death.
For some reason in that song, you didn't look as comfortable playing the guitar.
And we are going to just say, good job, Daniel. You're going to be a fan favorite.
For me, all you need is just to keep doing this.
I call the F word and, several other expletives into a cauldron and say like Shazam, and I am not having it.
When I look at Harry Connick Jr., I actually feel like he is trying to give them actionable critique.
By them, you mean the women, mostly. This show is tougher on the women. It is just tougher.
Right now, yes, it is.
It always is. And they have to wear heels. Or if you're Alexis, you go barefoot. Maybe she stepped on a tack. Something happened there.
Come on, you know that I love you.
Alexis did the equivalent of like running out on stage and just like running into a wall. It was like, ah!
Oh, I can't help myself. I love you and nobody else.
Which, like, Joey did at least after she sang, which was good.
Right.
Like, she made it all the way to the end, and she was like, ah! I keep trying to think about what I would have done if I was finding out I was making it through at the same time I was finding out it was time for me to sing. And I think that's a lot of pressure to put on anybody.
Do you know what you would have done? You would have slayed it like a boss. That's what you would have done. Okay, we've got Serena. I thought Tiana was rock solid this week.
The girl is a beast.
She's pure joy on a stick. And Jax, this was not her greatest week, but if you're gonna take crazy chances and you're already the front runner, this is the week to do it.
That song is played out. And so kudos to her for trying something different.
Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you.
She sang that version well. It had a nice little groove to it. And she wore the dress. That was brilliant of her.
I'm hoping that Jax is not deterred by the comments that she got.
Yes, you want to make it your own, but you don't want to take it so far away that the song actually doesn't work.
I hope that she remains bold and confident and willing to take huge creative risks. I think for a girl to win on a season with guys this good, she needs to come with it every week.
Make everything your own. We're always telling you that, but make sure still that it's taking us somewhere. Don't change it so much that we just don't feel it.
I would say that you need something recognizable about your song. So when you're changing things, if you're changing all of the music behind it, then keep the melody somewhat recognizable. Like, just find what you're going to keep recognizable so that everybody understands really what you're doing.
I'm gonna say, I think Adonis snuck into that fourth spot. I haven't been the biggest fan of her, but I felt like emotionally she really threw herself into Hello.
And I want to tell you so much. I love you.
You can put her in fourth place, and I'm happy with that.
Let's turn the island around and talk about The Voice. Who rocked your world from week 2 of The Blinds?
Kimberly Nicole.
She did, correct.
I mean... She sang the song that will always be the thorn in my side. She sang Nutbush City Limits, and I can barely even say it. I have a lisp, so it sounds like I'm cussing, but she sang that song.
She sang that song, period, after each one of those words.
She sang the flip out of that song.
They call it Nutbush! Oh, Nutbush!
And then, like, only 2 chairs turned around, and I was like,
I'm ready for her to be in the top 10 just based on that. I don't care if she face plants in the battles. I am with her through at least the top 10 this season. She's that good. Was there anybody else this week? Like, I can't even remember anybody else now.
The boy that sang Chicken Fried, Corey Kent White.
Yes.
That boy.
I got chicken fried and cold beer on a Friday night. A pair of jeans that fit just right. God, good.
The only thing that could have made that better is if he had gone Team Pharrell.
You know what? I can't sit back like this. I can't.
Oh, yeah.
I can't.
Pharrell fought for it, man. I loved that.
I know enough about music
Don't fall
to
for
know
this, Corey.
that there was a star on stage, and I didn't see anybody pressing the button, and I didn't want to see you go home.
He's probably going to do really well with Team Blake and all that, but to me, I thought, if you are the kind of person that, to me, vocally, he added so much grit and wonderfulness to that song, I thought you can add just the right amount of grit by choosing Team Pharrell. Like, then I believe your grit.
Yes, I know you're from Oklahoma. I toured in Oklahoma.
Why do you say no to Pharrell?
Why would you want to say no to that?
I don't.
I don't know if we're talking about singing anymore. I'm also going to say I really liked Jeremy Gaynor, the guy who did Superstar. I think he's got a lot of just raw talent.
Don't you remember you told me you love me, baby?
What direction Christina takes it is going to determine whether or not I'm excited to follow through with voting, but I think on raw talent alone, he's right up there this season.
Oh, baby, baby.
He was a guy, of course he was great. We don't criticize guys.
Wrong show, Michael, wrong show.
Only the women.
For me, all you need is just to keep doing this.